This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So basically, in the previous demo session, I was explaining the features, capabilities of AppDynamics that we are going to cover. That is basically the course content. Whatever the things that we plan to cover, that was the thing we explained. So basically, we'll go on with our first topic. Yeah. So what are APM tools? I explained pretty much in the previous demo session itself. Basically, APM tools are nothing but your application performance monitoring or application performance management tool. Okay, why I'm saying management tool? Nowadays, these APM tools are pretty much they are using for some kind of a management activity also. It is not only monitoring, some kind of a management activity that we are trying to leverage. Okay, traditionally, if you talk, like monitoring tools will only provide monitoring data with respect to application infrastructure database, like that it was available like that. But now the entire story changed. It is collecting the data, it is analyzing the information, whatever it is able to collect it, and then finally it is providing the observations and recommendation kind of a thing, and sometimes it is providing the findings, and sometimes it is providing some kind of a recovery action also. Say like we wanted to do some kind of a recovery action, say like hitting some HTTP request, or creating some Jira ticket, or some Slack integration, HipChat integration, like that. These management activities also nowadays the APM tools started doing. So that is the reason I'm saying it is doing some kind of a management activity, not only the monitoring activity. But traditionally, if you go and ask someone what is APM tool, they'll say only application performance monitoring. Now it is little doing the management activity, right? That is the reason I'm saying application performance management. Okay. So what is the difference between your um, normal the static monitoring tool or profiling tool or utility tool, right? In what way this APM tool will be little different? Okay, so this static monitoring tool or profiling tool or your utility tools will all only provide a one layer above, in the sense like something on the kernel level only, kernel level, machine level only it will provide. But here in the case of this APM tools, it is trying to give the user level also, not only the kernel level. It is trying to provide the metric in the user level also. That's the difference between this other tools and this APM tool. Okay, and APM tool, how it is actually working? Very simple. Say I'll draw a picture maybe. Say like one web server, one app server, one DB server. Okay, what AppDynamics is doing? It is configuring a agent with respect to each and every servers. Okay, it may be Java agent, .NET agent, Perl, Python, whatever. Okay, even the machine agent, database agent, whatever you call it. Okay, so agent will be sitting in your respective servers. If it is a clustered environment, that many servers. Okay, in my case I explained in a simple term, like what is web app DB, like that we will do our agent configuration. But in realistic world it should be multiple. Okay, n number of web server, n number of app server, n number of DB servers. Okay, so what these agents will do, the agents will read the activity that are done on each and every server, each and every web server, app server, DB server, and then it will try to provide the data back to your, just all these three. It will provide the data. It will provide the data back to your AppDynamics. Okay, this is your AppDynamics controller. Okay, say this is the AppDynamics controller. Your front end basically. Okay, basically it is your front end, your UI. Okay, so basically I'll explain the architecture and all. For now I'm giving a very high level understanding. So all these servers through the agents, it is reporting the data back to your AppDynamics controller. That is the one I'm showing you right now. This is the controller. This is a URL UI front end. Basically here is the one we are going to see all your data collected from the agents. Okay, I'll take a pass here. Anybody have any question, please ask me. Yeah, okay. So in that way, the APM tool we are pretty much using, and then try to collect the data with respect to the UI perspective, with respect to the server perspective, with respect to the infrastructure perspective, like that. We are using it. Actually, for infrastructure, I'll tell you. For infra related one, we have agent called machine agent. Okay, machine agent. And actually saying in that itself, there are two things are there: normal license and their server visibility license. Okay, server visibility license in AppDynamics, I'm saying. Okay, in AppDynamics, normal license and then server visibility license. Oh, in order to have a very detailed learning of your infrastructure, you need to have a server visibility license. And then for database, you have database agent. Okay, yeah, there are different databases agents are there. MySQL, Mongo, Oracle, like that. You have a different database agents are there. And then for browser related, you have a user experience agent is there. User experience agent. And for your applications level data, you have a application agent. Okay, these are the different types of agent that are available in AppDynamics. Any question, guys?
This infra agent that monitors no only host like host metrics like CPU, memory, GCs and all, or how different is from database agent?
It is a CPU, memory, disk, network. That one will be there in the infra agent. Okay, database agent means you are actually saying those who are deploying database agent, right? They don't want the infra agent separately.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to the database, hello. Yeah, when it comes to the when it comes to the database, say something. We have a different databases like Oracle, MongoDB, or MySQL SQL Server, or like this. For each and every specific database, we will be having a database agent.
Yes, we have separate agents. Maybe I'll show you. Just a minute.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
can see the different types of agents that are available here. Able to see that, Vamsi?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so these are the different types of database agents that are available. You can select it, install it. That is what I started explaining. When you are having a database agent, the database agent by itself, it is having the infrastructure monitoring capability also. So it will do that activity. But in the case of application agent, once after installing the application agent, you require to install one more agent called machine agent in the same box, so that you can collect the infrastructure metric separately, application level metric separately. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, Vamshi. I think somebody else also started asking question.
And another thing is, when it comes to the industry, like in AppDynamics, do we have a different kinds of roles, like administrator, system administrator, or like a support specialist, or like this, or a single consultant is going to handle all the roles?
Vamshi, it is there in the perspective of certification. In AppDynamics certification, it is there, admin level, professional level, like that. You have a categorization. Similarly, on
Okay.
the work perspective also, you are only going to maintain AppDynamics, that is admin activity. But you are going to use AppDynamics, that is a professional way of using it. Say like a performance tester who is going to leverage AppDynamics for their regular activity. They need to know what is happening inside AppDynamics. But for the admin, they require only the installation part. They don't want to have the knowledge like what is happening in browser layer, what is happening in database layer, and all. For them, it is immaterial. For the admin, I'm saying. But for the performance testers, performance engineers, or system support people, or developers, or those who are using this application, right? They need to know what is happening in AppDynamics. What is this metric? What this metric is help you to understand. Those level of understanding should be required also.
Okay. Say for example, some XYZ client approached us after finishing of your sessions. If the client says that, guys, can you guys implement AppDynamics tool to our business, means are we able? Are we in a position to implement AppDynamics?
Yeah, that is what our course content itself, Vamsi. How
Okay.
we designed
Thank
our
you.
course content is that like you need to know end-to-end ownership. You should have the end-to-end ownership. You should install, configure, data collect it, investigate it. Like that only our course content is actually designed, Vamsi. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Thank you very
so
much.
in most of the times, what will happen? That's a mistake everybody will do. They'll only cover installation, they'll not cover debugging part, or they'll only cover debugging part, they will not cover installation part. And if you talk to any person who is already working in AppDynamics, if I ask the questions like how did you do this configuration, they will say no, somebody else did it. I'm only doing the monitoring. Because of that, they will not have the end-to-end exposure. Okay, but in our case, we are trying to cover all the layer in the sense like how to configure the agent, how the data is coming back to your AppDynamics, and then how the investigation is actually happening, how the data reporting will be there. Like that, everything will be covered. Vamsi.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, Vamsi. And we also provide a sample application. Through that, you are going to learn your things little more detail. Because
Sure.
I'll tell you, in my personal experience, when I started learning this LoadRunner or Jmeter, I personally felt like you need to have little complex application so that you can learn a lot of things in LoadRunner Jmeter. Those days, I'm saying. So all the way, whatever you wanted to learn, you should have a sample application. Through that, you can learn a lot of things. So similar thing when I started preparing this course content for AppDynamics session, I felt like First thing is the sample application, so that only I can learn a lot of things. That's the reason we are providing that sample application also. So you guys can deploy that sample application in your local environment, in your laptop or in your cloud machine, so that you can do the configuration of agents, and then you can play around with that. Give some load to the system, try to collect the data. Like that you can do a lot of different things. Okay, say in our case also, mm, what I did, I installed this. Anyways, in our subsequent sessions, I'll be showing you how to set it up the application, how to set it up the app agent and all. Since it is kind of a demo session only right today, so we'll go on understanding how the data gathering and data collection is actually happening in AppDynamics. That level we'll try to understand it today. Okay, probably in the subsequent session I'll explain how to set it up the application, how to set it up the agent, and then how the data is actually coming to your AppDynamics controller. That level of understanding we can look into. Okay, say like if I wanted to do a application agent configuration. Okay, application agent configuration, which is nothing but your Java application, .NET application, like that. If I wanted to do the configuration example, okay, say if I click create application, and then I'm saying there are two ways it is there. One is automatic way and the other one is manual way. Okay, probably in our subsequent classes I'll explain how it is differentiated. Not much difference in the way you are doing, how it will be differentiated if it is something that automatically done or something that you are trying to manually do. Okay, say like if I click OK, this is very simple only. I'll explain it later. So this is the type of applications that are available. You can see Java, .NET, PHP, Python, Node.js. All these are application agents that are available. Similarly, you have real user, and then the synthetic user experience, and then databases, and then server, which is a machine agent, and then your mobile level monitoring, and some connected device options and all there. Okay, these are the things that are available as part of your monitoring, as part of your monitoring. So say an example, if I try to do a Java monitoring, means Java application monitoring, means there are prerequisite conditions that are available. Okay, what I should use, it is saying AppDynamics account on running version 4.2. Obviously it is 4.2, more than 4.2 only, because we are using the online version, right? If I go and click on about AppDynamics controller build is this version, and then controller time, browser time, all these are available. Basically it is more than the 4.2 version. 4.2 version is a little old version only. And then if you want to see the SaaS status, this is actually the SaaS account, software as a service account. Actually I'll explain in the session that what is on premises, what is SaaS account and all. Okay, so every vendor in nowadays they are providing the SaaS version of their software also. I hope you guys are those who are using uh, LoadRunner, Performance Center is a SaaS version. I hope everybody will accept this. And then those who are using Neoload, they are having Neoload web version. Okay, like that. Every tool vendor nowadays they started providing the SaaS version of their thing, because of the usage benefit, the benefit that we are going to get it if you are trying to use the SaaS account. Okay, on premises means something inside your firewall, in your organization, in your own organization. You are going to maintain all your infrastructure and everything. Okay, say like I am going to deploy one agent, means that agent related data, everything I will maintain inside that firewall itself, the organization itself. That on premises deployment, it is actually encouraged by the banking customers and insurance customers. Okay, banking customers and insurance customer, because they always have this mind block that their data should not go out. Their data should not go out. Data breach should not happen. That was the intention of all the banking customers and insurance customers. That is the reason they always prefer to have all their software deployments within the firewall, which are all called as on-premises deployment model. Okay. And the SaaS model, I think these retail-based customers, right? Because their data volume, the storage of data volume is very, 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 very high for the retail-based customers. Because of that, what they are doing, they are trying to have the SaaS model so that the storage part, they don't want to worry at all. Okay, say you think like this, guys. Whenever you are doing a monitoring of certain application, lot of logs will be coming. So if you are maintaining the on-premises model, all those logs should be stored in your firewall itself, in your machine itself. Which means that, say, like in per day you are storing 1 terabyte of data. Look at the storage amount, and look at the way you have to spend money to take the data backup, archival. All those headache are with us, because if we are not properly doing the data backup or archival procedure, at one point of time the system will crash. Because of that, entire data you will lose. Okay, entire data, that's all gone. You cannot retrieve those things. But in the case of SaaS account, what you can do, you have a agreement with the vendor. The vendor will take care of all the things, the storage part, data backup, data archival. All those things are managed by your vendor itself, including the license, including the data backup, data storage will be managed by your vendor itself. And as per the agreement that you are signing up with them, what they are saying, 100% your application will be up and running. So that's a benefit, right? If your vendor is saying 100% your application will be up and running, so it is obvious that you don't want to worry at all about the maintenance, system support and all. You don't want to worry. Okay, but in the case of SaaS account, but in the case of on-premises account, you need to assign a person to do the support activity, maintenance activity, backup activity, archival activity, like that. Every bit of activity that we have to do. That's the difference between your on-premises and the SaaS model. Okay, the one that we are going to see throughout our course journey is actually SaaS model. And one more update, all these APM tools nowadays, they are not literally providing the on-premises version of the learning license, because they are slowly stopping the investment in on-premises, because every customer is now interested to go with the SaaS model only. I hope during this COVID situation also, every application started deploying in the cloud-based model. Because of this COVID situation, you cannot go to office, you cannot open your data center. Lot of problems were there, right? Because of that, everybody started using the cloud-based model only. So in that case, your SaaS model will be really, really helpful. That's the reason all the customers, they started migrating to cloud-based infrastructure. So in that case, the APM tools also, they started investing more on SaaS model instead of your on-premises model. That's how we are going to learn the SaaS model of this AppDynamics tool as well. Okay, I'll take a pass here. Anybody have any question, please ask me.
So when it comes to the SaaS model as well as the on-premises model, but only the difference is like the installation process, right? We are installing there on-premises servers, right? Only the difference would be at a high level is this, right?
Yeah, see, correct. It is on the installation side. See, what will happen if you are installing it? There are components like controller, event services. Those are all the components. You will install it in the on-premises. At the end of the installation, you will be generated with one URL called controller URL. During the installation, I'm saying on-premises installation. Okay. But in the
Okay.
case of SaaS model, that end URL will be provided by the AppDynamics team itself. because they did all the installations and things, they are only providing you the controller URL straight away with username and password. But in the case of on-premises, you are going to install it, set the DB, set your username and password. Finally, one URL will be generated. You are going to use that. That's how in on-premises it is working. Other than that, you will not feel much of a difference.
Okay, okay. As you said, you are going to provide one application to us, right? To do a kind of a testing all this. So when it comes to installation in our own laptops, are we going to install a SaaS-based one or the on-premises one?
SaaS-based one.
SaaS-based only. But still, if required, we can install on-premises one on our laptops, right?
We can install our on-premises. That's what I'm saying. Now this vendor stopped providing the on-premises license. Okay, on-premises license for the learners. For the learners, they stopped providing it. Only thing is, when there is a potential customer, when they are critically requesting them for the on-premises license, that too they'll feels like this customer is a very potential customer for long lasting thing. That time they are trying to provide that. Other than that, that on-premises way of licensing nowadays, it is not that greatly encouraged. Only the SaaS model is actually greatly encouraged also.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so why I'm saying, all these people, they cannot straight away switch off their entire on-premises thing, right? Slowly only they will do this activity. I'm not telling about AppDynamics, all the APM tools I'm saying, they cannot quickly say that no, hereafter only SaaS. No, nobody can stop like that. They will slowly do the migration from on-premises to SaaS for the existing customer. Okay, and then at one fine day, or maybe from a year from today, or 2 years from today, they'll say like, okay, we stopped doing the support. Like that they will say. Okay, similarly in Dynatrace, I think they are stopping the appmon version of your Dynatrace by March or April of this year, this 2021. Like that they announced the date, and they are slowly migrating the people from appmon to the one agent Dynatrace, and then they will stop the support. Like similarly, people are little slowly reducing the count from on-premises, because they know that even you think from the business point of view, if it is on-premises version, the vendor will not get any benefit, right? The vendor only will provide vendor in the sense like AppDynamics people I'm saying, they'll only provide license to you. Correct or not? On the infrastructure side, they are not going to get any benefit. But in the case of SaaS model, they'll provide infrastructure, they'll provide license. So it is a combination of revenue, right? Correct or not?
Yeah.
That may be the reason. Even I don't want to particularly say that they are because of this reason only are they are moving it, but that it could be also the reason. If they are only providing on-premises, they are not going to get much benefit. Only licensing is a major thing. But if you are going with this SaaS model, they'll have a different revenue altogether. Okay.
Yeah. In addition to this AppDynamics, as you are saying, Dynatrace, what else other tools are there in the market which are having a good demand at right now?
Actually saying, it's a little story kind of a thing. Traditionally, the same like 78 years before, there was a tool called CA Wiley Intrascope. CA Wiley Intrascope. That was the one was there. Okay, but that was very early stage. Nobody would have used that also, and that CA Wiley Intrascope is actually changed to CA APM now. Now it is actually called a CA APM. Nowhere it is called as Intrascope or Wiley Intrascope and all. Now it is actually called a CA APM. But after that is actually acquired by CA team, that was not that greatly promoted. But those who are traditionally using it, they are still using it. And the renowned tools may be your Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink. These three people are renowned tools. Okay, now I would say the maximum customers are using this market share, I'm saying on the market share perspective, your Dynatrace AppDynamics Neuralink is a maximum contributor. And apart from that, there are open source APM tools like Pinpoint, Elastic. Those are all the Elasticsearch. Actually, the name is actually Elasticsearch. So these guys are there in the market, but this open source APM tools are there in the very budding stage. They are not that greatly established with respect to all the agents. Java, .NET, Perl, Python kind of an agent support is not there with these people because they are now only growing. They are coming into the market now. But if you ask these other APM tools like this Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, or CAAPM, no, they are very renowned tool and they have wide range of agent support. In that case, these are very famous in the market. Clear, Vamsi?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. So anyways, I'm going to explain in the subsequent session. So what is it here? No, we have to download this agent, which is actually a Java agent, and then you have to configure that agent inside your config file. Okay, so I did the download and then I configured this path into my config file also. And once you are doing that, you know what you can do, you can establish a connection. Establish a connection means what? The connection should be established like this. Just a minute. So you have to think like this. Say like your application, your Java agent, your AppDynamics. Okay. Say like this is the AppDynamics UI, and this is your app server. And this is your Java agent. Okay. So what I mentioned, you need to establish a connection between the agent and the app server. Very simple. I told you, download the agent, configure inside your config file of your app server, right? So obviously the connection will be established here to here. Okay. Say like your app server startup file. In my case, Apache Tomcat, Catalina is the startup file. Inside the Catalina, if I configure the path of the Java agent, the connection established. Then if I access this application, if I'm accessing, you know, what will happen? The Java agent will read the traffic and it will send the data to your AppDynamics UI. Okay, it is a unidirectional. Please understand, it is a unidirectional. Nowhere AppDynamics cannot control anything in this direction. It is all unidirectional. I'll show when we are showing our architectural diagram, right? I'll explain like what is that. But for our understanding, the data will be flowing from agent to the controller only, not from the controller to the agent. Okay, it is a unidirectional data flow. So this is how we need to establish a connection. That connection only I established here. Say like I can go here to my application tab, and this is the one my application already configured, and it is having the intelligence. Okay, it is having the intelligence to say what is your application tier and to which other servers, other components and all your application is interacting with. The cross symbol is there, right, which means that it is not currently connected. Okay, cross means into mark means, which means that it is not currently connected. So you need to deploy separate agent in separate infrastructure. Then only the configuration data connection will be established. For now, this green color is telling that the agent is deployed for the Java application alone. That is the reason it is telling like green color here. Okay, it may be, for now it is green color, it may become yellow, it may become red and all, that is all status, but for now it is healthy and it is connected properly. That is what it is trying to say here. Okay, anybody have any question here?
Yes, what is this Java agent is actually?
Your application made of what technology? Your application is a Java application or your application is a .NET application. Based on that, the agent will be installed and then the respective data will be collected.
And do we need to download somewhere this Java agent separately from AppDynamics side?
Yeah, that is what I showed you, right? Download agent option I showed you, right? I'll show you again maybe. Say like if I go to the Java agent, no? There is a agent
Okay.
file. Here you can see downloader will be there, which is a zip file. We have to download it and then configure it.
Would you
Mm.
provide us with the configuration?
Come again, I lost your question.
Would you provide us with the configuration, how you
Yeah,
configure?
everything I'll show you. From the day one session, we will be probably first I'll explain you the application setup, and then agent setup, and then how the data is coming. All those things we'll be covering from the day one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, similarly, like Java agent for DB server, can we have like a DB agent like that?
Yeah, I'll tell you. On the application side, I'm going to cover Java agent and Node.js agent. Two agent I will cover with respect to application agent. User experience agent, one agent only, which means that your browser agent I'm going to cover. On the database agent, I am going to cover MySQL DB and then MongoDB. Two different DBs I will cover. On the server side, it is a single machine, Windows server I am going to cover. So all these things I will be covering it, Shanti. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering, how long is the trial, like AppDynamics? Is it 30 days?
15 days.
Okay, 15 days.
Yeah.
So if we download it, like starting now, would we have time by the time the course is done?
Your name is actually mentioned as KD. Sorry if I.
Yeah, you can call me Kate. That's just
Okay.
my name.
Okay. So if you wish, you can create multiple accounts also if you wanted to learn every 15 days. Okay. The licensing is actually like this only. Pro license, advanced license, and peak license. Actually, whatever we are rightly using is a pro license. Okay, pro license. And you can have, actually it will mention at 16 days, but 15 days of a license will be coming. If you wish, you can use your different mail IDs, not Gmail ID. For sure, don't use Gmail ID. Try to use like something like organization mail ID, and then try to use it for the creation of your account, and then you can learn it. Okay.
Okay.
Is that fine, KD?
Yes, and by next time, for the main one, when you show us, should we have that downloaded? And
Everything. Yeah, actually, account creation, everything I'll show you. Even how to create the SaaS account, and then how to download the agent, how the agent can be configured. All those things will be covered, actually.
okay, so I should download it before the class.
Not like that. Not like that. It is not like that. First, why I personally encourage you. First, I will explain it, and then if you follow it, it will be a little easy, KD.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, guys, the entire course journey is a practical oriented learning. Okay, nothing like everything. It is not like I'll mute everybody and then I'll cover theoretically and then close the session. No, not like that. All the way at any point of time, if you feel something has to be clarified, you guys can unmute yourself, ask your question, or if you feels like some people will be little hesitant to ask whether this question is valid or little silly or something like that, privately you can message it in GoToMeeting chat, so that I'll read and answer your question. So either way, yeah, the thing is, my personal way of doing training is that like it should be a dialogue session, it should not be a monologue session. All the way everybody should understand each and every concept thoroughly, because you are, say, nobody in this training forum will come to your organization and help you. You are the one who has to do standalone all these activity, right? So that's the reason we are covering all these things in a practical way. You can understand it. If you feels like you are having facing any problem, you are going to get it resolved, because it is your money that you are spending for learning, and you need to get the justification for whatever that you are spending. So definitely you should learn to the depth of the capabilities of AppDynamics. That is how we designed this course as well. So If you have any further queries or clarifications or commercial side things that you wanted to discuss, please reach out to Kumar 80199-52427. I'll repeat again, 80199-52427 is Kumar sir number. You can reach out to Kumar sir for further information related to class timing. Is this time only 8 to 8 to 9, right? 8 to 9 Indian time, and 15 days of course journey, 15 hours. It is all weekdays course journey that we are going to have it.